What's up everyone, it's Mike over at Everyday Cars. I'm going to be changing the engine oil today, and I'm also going to show you, I'm going to put the clean oil and the old oil in a couple bottles and just show you the difference and explain why it's good to actually change your oil and what causes it to be dirty and everything. First thing you want to do is pop the hood. And then go ahead and find a suitable location to put your floor jack and jack up the car. And then you also want to get a jack stand, put the jack stand underneath, just in case the floor jack does not stay up, because I've actually seen people where they didn't have jack stands, just the floor jack. And this has a hydraulic cylinder here, and if the seals leak in the cylinder, it bleeds down. So they're not foolproof. So you always want a little added bit of safety there. Make sure the car's in park. If it's an automatic with the park brake on, or if the manual, make sure it's in gear. Also with the park brake on. And if you want, you could chalk up, put a piece of wood behind the rear tire, so make sure it doesn't roll back. Alright, then you're going to grab, basically put a funnel, just throw it in there today. And you want a drain pan, drain the oil into. And this car happens to be a 14mm socket on the drain pan, so we'll go underneath, find your oil pan, engine oil pan, drain the engine out of the oil. Or, oh wow, drain the oil out of the engine. Alright. So when you're looking under your car, a lot of newer cars have a big long piece of plastic for aerodynamics and safe gas and all that kind of stuff. So you might have to take off a whole bunch of bolts and then remove the plastic pan. Somewhat of a pain, but you know, it does give you, I guess, a little more fuel mileage on the freeway. But basically, this right here is the oil pan for the engine, and right here is the drain bolt, and that one's 14mm. And right above it, right here, that's where the oil filter is on this car. So first, you're going to want to get your socket on there. Make sure it's on loosen. Hold on, I put the camera down. This is where the gloves help a lot. I'm going to grab a bottle real quick. I'm just going to try to catch some oil in the bottle just to show the difference between good oil and old oil. Now let that drain out. Now, a little tip, if make it drain out a little bit faster, is oil fill cap. If you loosen up, it'll let some of the crankcase pressure out, so it helps drain a little faster. And also, most oil fill caps tell you the weight of engine oil you're supposed to use. And in this car, it's 5W30. So we're gonna put drain bolt back in. Now this doesn't have to be, you don't want to over tighten this because these bolts are easy to strip. One last snug real quick. Make sure a wrench doesn't slip off. Okay. That's good there. Now what you want to do, move the oil pan underneath to where your oil filter is. Whew. That was on there pretty good. And I put that on there last. A little trick here is new filter, get some of the old oil and just put it on the O-ring. If you don't do that, sometimes it gets really hard to take the old filter off. Now what some people do is they get a marker or whatever and write the mileage and date on when they change this. I use a program on my phone called A-Car, and I put all the service history right into that. Now when you're tightening the filter, just do it hand tight. You don't want to over tighten it. So, new filter's on. So pull all your tools and everything out from underneath and the old oil from under the car. Alright, now lower your car. Alright, now you're going to want some paper towels. Locate your oil drain or oil fill cap. Take that off there. Put your phone on it. And you're going to look up in your owner's manual, how much oil the car takes, or just Google it. This one's about 4.5 quarts. Paper towel here. Find your engine oil dipstick. Pull it out. This one has, not sure you can see that. There's 2 holes. It's got to be towards the top hole when it's full. So wipe it off, put it back in. And right now you can tell it's just a little bit low, needs a little more. Maybe another 1/2 quart. Alright, check it again. Pull it out, wipe, put it back in. That's pretty good. So, one last thing you want to do is start the car up, let it run for a few minutes, shut it off, let it sit for 5-10 minutes, and double check the engine oil level. And you want to do this on a flat surface too. Make sure my driveway's an incline, so I can't do that there. This is why you should change your engine oil every 5,000 miles or so. This is the old oil. Can't even see my fingers behind it. New oil, you can see my fingers behind it. That's a huge difference. So this is why it's so important to change your oil on time. If you're using full synthetic, every 5,000 miles. What's happening here is the piston. This box is the piston, I guess. The piston goes up and down. It has oil rings and sealing rings that are made out of metal that go up and down. They slide on the engine block, so they're sitting there moving up, down, up, down, up, down. And you have fuel and spark going into the top of the combustion chamber, which piston's up here, so it come up, explode, fuel would explode, push it back down. Well, all the gases from the explosion, everything, they go, some of it does get around the piston rings, so that gets into the engine oil. So that's what causes the engine oil to get dirty. That's the basic, simple, the simple way of explaining that. So that's why the oil gets dirty. And the engine oil actually lubricates those rings. So it puts lubrication in 2 metal surfaces. When it gets really too dirty, it's not lubricating properly anymore, and that's when you start having engine issues. When little metal shavings get into the engine, it causes lots of problems. So good visual on why you should change your engine oil. New, old. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. As you can see, it's not really that difficult to change your own engine oil, and it can be quite satisfying just knowing you did it yourself. I just really want to show you the difference between how bad old engine oil looks to what new oil looks like. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and I am doing a video here. I'm going to have a little giveaway when we hit 100 subscribers to the channel, so just stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.